Hello everyone and welcome back. We are up to something different today. As usual, we have been picking pumpkins this evening. We're getting there on the pumpkins. We're making headway. But this is the field that we had the cantaloupes and the watermelons in. It's also the field that I affectionately call the rock bar, or the rock pile, because that's what it is. This is also the field that we are going to take and put into grass next year. So, what I'm doing is I am going to, there's half a dozen ways I can do this. And, you know, right, wrong, or indifferent. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take the discars and I'm going to run over this for a couple reasons. We are expecting to get quite a bit of rain off the storm for the next, starting day after tomorrow, and for the next couple days. So what I'm going to do, I've got the disc set pretty mild. I'm going to run over this and chop some of this vegetation up, and some till it. It will till it some, but it won't really cut, because one reason, this is a pile of rocks, and another reason is, you know, it's not prepped. Now at that point, I've got a couple options. If I loosen this ground up and I prep the seed bed slightly, I could come in here and go ahead and broadcast my grass seed. I can mix it with a cover crop, probably 50 or 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 cover crop to grass seed, because I'm gonna put a heavy, doing this without drilling it, I'm gonna put a lot of seed to get a good stand. I could do that, or I could run over it with a disc now, cover crop it, come in the spring, do a burn down, herbicide burn down, and then chop it up, plant grass seed. That's another way I could do it. I could run over it just to promote this vegetation breaking down and decaying quicker, and then come in spring, rip it up a little, sow my grass seed. Like I said, there's a dozen different ways. What I plan on doing, if I can, is I'm going to run over this, and if it cuts up pretty good, I'm going to broadcast that seed and let the rain incorporate it. Well, we got 3 deer up here watching us. And them darn things, they do like this field because they eat a lot of cantaloupes out of here this year, but and watermelons. But I'm fixing to do away with that. So there's several different options, but step one is running over this with a disc to try to chop up some of this vegetation and to do some mild tillage. So let's get the John Deere 5205 up and going, and see what we can come up with. So here we go. Okay. After running over it a pass or two, or you can see it's chopping a little bit. So probably what I'm gonna do, there's a couple of rocks in here needs to be hauled off. A couple of ton of rock in here that needs to be hauled off. But probably what I'm gonna do is run over it with this disc, try to chop some of this vegetation up, and then bring the all-purpose plow, field cultivator, whatever you want to call it, bring it in here and rip it, because I like my seed beds to be loose. Probably what I'll do is run over it with this disc, chop this up a little bit. We've got some grass in here. Chop it up a little bit, take that field cultivator, and see if I pull the field cultivator through here, like this old gypsum weed stuff, it's just gonna ball up, clog up, all that good stuff. I need to chop this up a little. Pull the field cultivator through, put the cover crop and the grass seed in together, leave it, come spring, about May or so, just take a bush hog and bush hog it off, use winter rye, and see if I got a good grass stand. If I don't, then I can reseed at that point. But I think that's the best, because this ground's pretty hard, and I could sow the grass in it and maybe get a good stand, but for the long term health of that grass stand, I want that ground loose so I can develop a good root system, so it'll be more drought tolerant, etc., etc., etc. So I'm gonna get off here, get back to work, run over this, get it chopped up. The equipment will be glad when I'm done with this field. This field, I farmed it for, growing up, farmed it for 30 years, then pulled it out of production for X number of years. It was in grass, had it in orchard grass, actually cut it for hay. And then 10 years or so ago, I plowed it up and put it in strawberries, and it's been in pumpkins, and it's been in corn, cabbage, various things, watermelons, cantaloupes. So it's time for it to go back in grass and get some rest anyhow. But I'll get off here and knock this out. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll know when we put up a video. Been a little crazy lately. Of course, I broke my camera. I'm using this one. This is the camera I used for a long time, but I'm using this one. You know, just haven't been doing a lot of videos. For a long time, all I was doing was picking corn. Then I was just picking pumpkins. But now we're getting into some more things. I've got a lot of things I've got to get done this fall, so we'll take you along for the ride. If you see a video you like, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question or a comment, please do so. Till next time, take care of yourself. Bye.